Good morning, and welcome to this important update from USA Secure Benefits, where we provide essential information on financial security for Americans relying on government programs. As we sit here in January 2026, many of you may be checking your bank accounts this morning, wondering if your Social Security deposit has arrived yet, and this matter directly impacts your financial future right now, with a fundamental shift in how these payments are being distributed that most people remain unaware of. The Social Security Administration has recently implemented new payment schedules affecting over 67 million Americans, and if you were born between the 1st and 10th of any month, your payment is scheduled to land in your account today. But what is not widely discussed is the cost of living adjustment that has taken effect this year, marking the smallest increase in 4 years at just 2.5%, meaning the average retiree can expect about $48 more per month, though you must understand how Medicare Part B premiums are offsetting much of that gain, illustrating the classic scenario where the government provides with one hand and withdraws with the other. In this detailed report from USA Secure Benefits, we will walk you through precisely what is occurring with your money, including when to anticipate it, and the 3 critical elements you should verify in your account immediately to ensure you are not missing out on funds you deserve. To begin breaking down the current situation with your Social Security payment today, it is important to address the confusion, frustration, and concern expressed by individuals across the country who are uncertain about whether their funds will appear when needed, and we at USA Secure Benefits understand this deeply, as when you have dedicated 40 or 50 years of your life to working and contributing to this system, you have every right to know exactly when that payment will hit your account and why it might differ from previous months or years. The Social Security Administration operates on a structured schedule based on your birth date, which is neither random nor arbitrary, though it often leads to confusion among recipients. Specifically, if you were born between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your payment arrives on the 2nd Wednesday of every month, which aligns with today for January 2026, while those born between the 11th and the 20th receive theirs on the 3rd Wednesday, and individuals with birthdays between the 21st and the 31st get their payments on the 4th Wednesday. However, there is a key exception to this rule that recipients should note. If you began receiving Social Security benefits before May 1997, or if you are receiving both Social Security and Supplemental Security income, your payment is issued on the 3rd of every month, irrespective of your birth date, and if the 3rd falls on a weekend or federal holiday, it is advanced to the preceding business day. This system, as explained by USA Secure Benefits, was originally designed decades ago to distribute the workload at the Social Security Administration and banks nationwide, particularly when millions relied on paper checks, staggering payments to prevent overload on a single day. But now in 2026, with the majority of recipients using direct deposit, funds transfer electronically from the federal government directly into your checking account more swiftly than ever, representing progress. Yet it also means that any delays or account issues become apparent immediately rather than waiting for mailed checks. Turning to the cost of living adjustment, or COLA, which is generating significant concern and deserves close attention, the 2026 COLA stands at 2.5%. Which may initially appear as a modest increase until you calculate its real impact on your monthly check, where the average Social Security retirement benefit in 2025 was approximately $1,776 per month. And with this 2.5% rise, that average now increases by roughly $49 per month, though earlier references might have misstated it as $48. But accuracy is paramount with your finances. So we at USA Secure Benefits emphasize the precise figure based on the data. Nevertheless, the harsh reality that the government does not highlight prominently in announcements is that Medicare Part B premiums are also rising, with the standard Part B premium for 2026 set at $185 per month, automatically deducted from your Social Security payment if you are enrolled in Medicare, compared to last year's $174.70, resulting in an increase of about $10.30 solely for Medicare Part B, which diminishes the appeal of that $49 COLA boost considerably. And this does not even account for Part D prescription drug coverage, which varies by plan but has increased for most individuals. Consequently, some recipients examining their Social Security statements may wonder why their net payment has scarcely changed despite the announced cost of living adjustment, as this reflects the interplay where the government augments your benefit while simultaneously reclaiming a portion through higher premiums, relying on many not fully grasping or calculating these interactions. At USA Secure Benefits, we urge you to perform the calculations yourself, focusing on your actual net deposit rather than just the gross benefit amount provided by Social Security to gain a clear picture of your finances. Additionally, another change this year that warrants discussion, though it is not receiving widespread attention, involves the earnings limit for those receiving Social Security who have not yet reached full retirement age, particularly if you are still employed and claimed benefits early before your full retirement age of 67 for most current recipients, where there is a cap on earnings before Social Security begins withholding portions of your benefits set at $23,640 per year for 2026, meaning that for every $2 earned above this limit, Social Security withholds $1 in benefits. For those approaching full retirement age this year, the limit is elevated to $62,260 for the months prior to reaching that age, with withholding at a rate of $1 for every $3 over the limit. But what is frustrating is that many are unaware of or forget these thresholds, leading to surprise and anger when Social Security recovers thousands of dollars due to excess earnings from part-time work. Importantly, these withholdings are not penalties, as Social Security will later adjust your benefits upward upon reaching full retirement age to compensate for the withheld periods. But in the interim, you face reduced funds when they are most needed, and honestly, most individuals in their 60s who continue working do so out of necessity, not preference, due to insufficient savings, early claiming of Social Security, medical expenses, or support for family members, creating a situation where higher earnings paradoxically reduce benefits, representing a trap that ensnares too many without full awareness of the implications. To make this practical and actionable, as we at USA Secure Benefits always aim to do, we recommend that you access your information online today, even if you are hesitant about technology or distrust the internet, because in 2026, this is the standard method for managing such matters, by visiting ssa.gov and establishing a My Social Security account if you lack one, where you can review your payment history, benefit amount, earnings record, and more. It is crucial to examine that earnings record, as errors occur more frequently than anticipated in this vast bureaucracy handling hundreds of millions of records, where employers might fail to report earnings accurately, use the incorrect Social Security number, or input data erroneously, potentially resulting in lower benefits than deserved. With cases where corrections for missing years of earnings have increased monthly benefits by hundreds of dollars, representing funds you earned, taxed, and merit credit for. Another vital verification involves marital status. If you are married or divorced from someone after at least 10 years of marriage, you may qualify for spousal or divorced spousal benefits that exceed your current amount based on your own record, a fact many overlook and which Social Security does not promote, as it incurs additional costs. But if your spouse or ex-spouse had substantially higher earnings, you could receive up to 50% of their full retirement benefit without impacting theirs. And in the case of an ex-spouse, they need not be informed, yet you must apply proactively, as Social Security will not automatically award the higher benefit. Similarly, for survivor benefits, if your spouse has passed away and was receiving Social Security, you are entitled to up to 100% of their benefit amount. But again, you must claim it knowingly and advocate for yourself, since the Social Security Administration processes claims per rules without ensuring maximization of your entitlements, placing the responsibility on you to understand and pursue your rights. Now, addressing a source of widespread anxiety, the long-term solvency of the Social Security system, with projections indicating the trust funds may deplete by 2034 or 2035, potentially leading to a 23% cut in benefits if unaddressed, which is alarming for those heavily dependent on these payments. But from the perspective of USA Secure Benefits, it is essential to provide context that Social Security is not facing bankruptcy or disappearance, as even upon full depletion, it could still cover about 77% of scheduled benefits through ongoing payroll taxes, which is suboptimal but not catastrophic, as some portray. Ultimately, Congress will need to intervene, perhaps by raising the payroll tax cap, increasing the retirement age, modifying the benefit formula, or a mix thereof, and while it is exasperating that this issue has lingered for decades without resolution, that reflects political realities. So focus on controllable aspects, such as diversifying your retirement plan beyond sole reliance on Social Security, which typically replaces only about 40% of pre-retirement income for average workers and less for those with inconsistent or lower earnings histories, underscoring the need for personal savings, investments, and multiple income sources to secure retirement. If already retired and finding Social Security insufficient, consider options like part-time work, downsizing your home to cut expenses, or relocating to a lower-cost area. Conversations that are challenging but vital for maintaining financial independence and dignity in later years. Furthermore, a common inquiry concerns the optimal timing for claiming Social Security benefits, where many opt for age 62, the earliest eligibility driven by immediate needs, fears of system instability, or misunderstanding the calculations, but this choice permanently reduces benefits by up to 30% versus waiting until full retirement age, and delaying to age 70 yields an 8% annual increase beyond full retirement age, offering a guaranteed return superior to most low-risk investments. While not advising everyone to wait until 70, if health is poor, funds are urgently required, or longevity is not expected, for the majority, holding off at least to full retirement age will yield substantially more over a lifetime. In conclusion, if born in the first 10 days of the month, your Social Security payment is arriving today in January 2026, and you should confirm its presence, accuracy, and that you are receiving all entitled benefits, as this is your earned money from a lifetime of contributions deserving of your vigilance, by staying informed, reviewing statements, and self-advocating, since the system's complexity benefits those who comprehend it most. So log into your My Social Security account today to ensure everything is correct, and your future security will be better for it, as we at USA Secure Benefits continue to deliver these critical updates to empower you in managing your financial well-being. To expand further on these points for clarity, let's revisit the payment schedule intricacies, as understanding the birth date-based system is foundational, with the second Wednesday for early month birthdays like today ensuring staggered distribution, the third for mid-month and fourth for late month, while the pre-1997 or dual benefit recipients stick to the third, adjusted for non-business days, a setup rooted in historical necessities for paper check processing, but adapted to modern direct deposits that offer speed yet immediate visibility of problems. Regarding the COLA, the 2.5% for 2026 on the 2025 average of $1,176 equates to about $49 monthly, but with Medicare Part B jumping from $174.70 to $185, netting a $10.30 hike that erodes much of the gain, and Part D rises compound this, explaining minimal net changes for many, highlighting the need to scrutinize net versus gross figures. The earnings limits bear repeating. $23,640 for those under full retirement age, with $1 withheld per $2 over, and $62,260 for those nearing it, at 1 per 3, with later adjustments but current cash flow hits, especially burdensome for necessity-driven workers facing savings shortfalls or family obligations. Practical steps include creating a My Social Security account at ssa.gov to check earnings records for errors that could boost benefits upon correction, as missing data means lost credit for taxed earnings. Spousal benefits up to 50% of a higher earning partner's amount, or divorced equivalents after 10 years, and survivor benefits at 100% require active claiming, not automatic award, emphasizing personal initiative over agency guidance. Solvency concerns Project 2034-2035 depletion, leading to 77% payout capacity from taxes, necessitating congressional fixes like tax cap lifts or age increases. But individuals must build resilient plans with savings and diverse incomes, as Social Security's 40% replacement rate often falls short. Retirement strategies might involve part-time jobs, expense reductions via downsizing or relocation for those in need. Claiming timing at 62 reduces by 30%, while delaying to 70 adds 8% yearly, suiting most but not all based on health and needs. Your payment today demands verification for amount and entitlements, as informed advocacy maximizes this earned system, and USA Secure Benefits urges immediate account checks for optimal security. Delving deeper, the schedule's design prevents overload, evolving from checks to deposits, but issues surface fast, so monitor closely. COLA math shows modest gains offset by premiums, urging net focus. Earnings caps trap workers, with withholdings recouped later but straining now. Account setup reveals errors fixable for higher payouts. Marital benefits demand application, enhancing income without partner impact. Solvency is manageable with reforms, but personal diversification is key. Options like work or cost cuts aid sufficiency. Delayed claiming boosts lifetime income for many. Verify today to secure your funds, as USA Secure Benefits advises. Reiterating, birth dates dictate Wednesdays, exceptions on the 3rd. COLA at 2.5% adds $49 average, but Part B at $185 takes $10.30 more. Limits at $23,640 and $62,260 withhold temporarily. Check records for accuracy. Claim spousal or survivor proactively. Trust funds deplete but system persists at 77%. Build beyond Social Security. Consider practical adjustments. Wait to claim if possible. Advocate now via account per USA Secure Benefits. The system's complexity rewards knowledge, so act today.